let's see if we can recreate this shirt. Welcome to We Shall Rejoice, Purpose in Every Piece. Last week I had mentioned that I rearranged my sewing room a little bit and that I wanted to share with you guys why I did that and what I did. So in this video, we're going to start with that. I have done a few things in here to try and be more productive, just to also clean it up and just to make it a fun, cute place, because honestly I just like cute things, especially a room where I'm trying to be creative. And here I do enjoy having this one room that has a lot of color in it, and obviously there's still a pile of stuff right here. There's still more to be done, but I'm gonna set this up over there after I show you kind of what it looks like right now. Then let's see the process, and then I'll show you the end result. So let's get going. When you walk in, the very first thing is gonna be this wall right here that has the two boards. And you can actually see the project that my daughter and I worked on in our class that we did. And we have another one of those coming up in October. So I'm gonna set those aside. This first board right here is where I have my projects. So you can see on there that I have Anna, Melody, Trace, and Leah's quilts. Those are some projects that I need to get done, that I want to get done. This right here was from my granny. This board up here, right there that you can see, is actually something that we made at a women's fellowship at church. And then this board is going to be my idea board. Down here, my son actually helped me to organize a shelf. Now this fabric, a lot of it is from my friend who gave me fabric, and some of it I did have. And then on top of this shelf is just some things I really need to organize. Down there is where my daughter's little sewing machine is. This is for stretching. It's called Stick Mobility. In here, guys, this is my closet. Let me open it. I love some good red light, and I have a red light panel on this side and then another one on the other door. Hidden away in that closet right there is a little mini sauna. On that side of the wall, we also have this ironing board, which I can, fold up, put in the closet. These are little things that I was thinking about hanging up above the window, maybe doing some plants there. Now this, guys, I'm in the middle of reading it, the Biblio Diet, and this is, if you're on my Instagram, this is my infamous shirt that has been in the thumbnail of all three of my previous videos, and I said, should I just make a pattern and make another one of these shirts, since I love it so much, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do that today, we'll see. Moving on, as we follow the wall, here I have a ladder, and it has a bunch of quilt tops on it. Some I have made, and some actually my dad gave to me. I have a hammer down there for some of the things I need to get done. This basket needs to be gone through and cleaned. All this fabric needs to be organized. This right here, that's just a bunch of other stuff and projects. Now down there, I need to find a good spot for it under the desk, and that is the polyfill that I'm going to use for the puff quilts. Also, I want to show you this right here, the hummingbird. My dad really loved hummingbirds. My sister-in-law got that for me to remember my dad. So that was extremely sweet and thoughtful of her. Here is the wall of thread. I use also another thread holder to keep some of my product on. Hopefully I can fill that up all the way. Now this is also something that I had made to sell a few years back, but I really love them. I may bring them back, but just a little bit of like a wall hanging, and I loved this one. Now here is the giant mirror that is obviously dirty, but guys, I have had this mirror since, honestly, as long as I can remember. It has been painted so many times. If you were to strip the paint, I don't even know how much paint is under there. I have had it since I was a little girl. In my room, wherever I've lived, I've pretty much had this mirror. And we actually have another one in my kids' bathroom because these mirrors have just been in my family for so long. So I thought, hey, why not put it in here, help make this room look a teensy bit bigger, even though the size of it is already a blessing. This is my machine. So maybe I could go over this one day, but I got this machine when I first started sewing. I'll show you the other machine I started with, but this one is a Topaz 40. It's the Husqvarna Viking, and I really love it. It's such a wonderful machine. I got the table with it, the Sew Steady, and it has been wonderful. And then I just have some random things on here, some more supplies that I really need to organize, shorts that my daughter needs me to sew, some clips, all different things. Now under here is another area where I need to organize and get this how it ought to be. You can see the extension cord that I put in here. Now this is the table right next to it, and then we're almost back to the beginning of the room, but I can keep my cutting board there. That is the fabric for my daughter's quilts. This is fabric that I have cut for some stuff to do. And then on top of that is another table that I just got. This is really how I changed up the room a lot, is that this table now holds the very first machine that I got, which is also a Husqvarna Viking, and this is the Emerald 116. It's a very sturdy machine. I started with this one, made my first quilt on it, but I love this machine specifically for piecing. I like the other one for doing anything that's decorative and quilting, but this is wonderful for just piecing things together. But as you can see, this wall is kind of blank right there, and I'm wondering what I should put there. And if I should maybe hang some nails up there to kind of hang some of my product. Like right here we have the projects that my daughter and I worked on, but these are bags that I made, and that's just a llama because my kids come in here too. I have all these hooks where I could maybe set something up to hang up there, and I'm just trying to decide the best way to organize all of this, because I really love kind of how I have this corner. I enjoy my desk. I obviously just need to clean it, but there's a few things to kind of organize and clean up. So I'm going to set you guys up maybe in this corner right there, and then we'll get to it. Let's figure out where to put all of this stuff. A lot of it is kind of running extension cords. Need to get under this desk, kind of organize it better. This right here is an antique lamp that I have from my granny. So we have this one, and I actually have one right by this wall in my other room that is hanging. This one I want to hang in our living room. I just haven't gotten to it. So I have stored it under there for safekeeping, but now I'm gonna have to move it, which means I'm gonna have to hang it. Tops that I made. I'm not going to show you all of them because maybe I actually have some things in mind to do with them, but this is a cute little quilt top. If you guys want this made into a quilt for you, then hit me up because I have it, and I actually don't have a plan for this one yet. But if you like it, you want to gift it to somebody, let me know. These ones are spoken for. I was supposed to make these for my mom a long time ago. She knows this, she's seen them, but she understands my life. So hopefully I can get back into these. This is on my imaginary list of things to do as well. Little farm quilt top. This is another one for her as well. More of like a boy color, just because we got some boys in the fam. Just cute little square one. So these ones are ones that my dad gave me. And they're so cool. I hope you can see detail on them, because these were in my family. Again, they're just the, let me flip that. They're just the quilt top. They're not quilted, but oh my gosh, the fabric in them, like, look at that. All the different fabric, everything in it, they're all different. Every single one of them, just so beautiful. All different. Like, how wonderful are those? Just love this one. And honestly, they're all really cool. And I just wonder, like, where'd y'all get your fabric? Like, what's the history of this? Who even in my family made it? I don't know. I don't know if you can hear through this lapel mic, but my kids just came inside. They were swimming with my husband, and they're all like going crazy. Just yelling, but they're having fun. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, how pretty is that? So pretty. So that's one. Now, I'm just throwing these on here, making more of a mess, but isn't that how you clean your room? Or am I wrong? But look how beautiful that is. Let me just show it close up. So fun. Beautiful design. You can tell that this one had been kept in a bag. It feels different than the other ones. The fabric on here is so wonderful, and when you flip it around you can see that these are all hand pieced. Now let me fold it back up and get back to what I was doing. Okay, I got a good bit organized. Sometimes I fall into this place where I'm like, now where do I put this? What do I do next? And that's kind of where I'm at. I know some of my stuff I need to just like store away. Some of it just needs to be put in the right spot. One thing I can do real quick, put my chair back. All right, we'll do it the same way as we walked in. Last time, the project board, idea board, the shelf still has stuff on top, but it's more organized. Project there, water bottle. Our board over here, the fabric, still have my daughter's sewing machine there. Stretch pole, had the little tripod right there for now. Okay, still have, I mean, like, what's changed? Still have the ironing board there. That's the shirt I want to make a pattern out of. This I still had to find a good home for. Got all the quilt tops on there, but look, that whole pile is gone. Figured I'll just put my iron right there for now. Cleaned up that shelf a little bit. I still have these hanging, trying to decide if I want to hang plants up here or not. Let's see, this is all pretty much the same. I just added on some of those little clippy hoop things again. Some black ones. Let's see, under there is a little bit different. Trash can is empty. The polyfill is down there instead of over there. And our drawers are still there. Probably gonna organize those a little bit more. But look at that clean mirror, thankfully, praise God. Machine, the desk is a little bit cleaner. Still have my tools out because I may do a few more things, not sure yet. Got our table there, my book's there, but it will move. Everything is now plugged in. And then I did hang some nails up there so that, let me step back, so that I can hang some merchandise there. I may even hang some eventually up there and kind of just have it as a little bit of a showroom, see what I'm working with. Woo, let's get to sewing. All right, I have a few projects that are simultaneously going on, but they're not going to be in the same video. So I'm trying to work through which one of the videos needs to go out first. Some of them I can't release yet because maybe someone's actually getting that and I can't let them know what it is. And also I realized one of them that I was taking on is a little bit more intricate than I thought. And so I need some time to really work through that. I have a higher expectation of how I want that to turn out, whereas this other one is more of like, let's just see how it turns out. So let me grab that. Here we are, the shirt. So this shirt I've had for years, I wear it all the time, and I decided I'm gonna try and recreate it. And I don't have like the exact same material, but I do have some fun materials that are similar. And I do think that it's more about the shape of this shirt, why I like it so much, and how loosely it flows. And it is kind of more of a stretchy material, so it bears with me when I am in the pregnancy or postpartum stages, which has basically been the last 8 years of my life. Actually more than that, almost 9 years of my life. And so I love this shirt. Let's pick out which fabric we're gonna use. Back here, we have a stash, and this is what I'm thinking. Now, you guys may disagree with what I go with, but I think that I'm going to first start with this just because I have the most of it. And if I mess up, then it won't be that big of a deal. This I got from the Walmart, like $3 a yard fabric section. And so I don't even know how much that is. And I think actually maybe most of these were from there, and I may make it in this too. It is stretchy, it's soft, and we're getting into fall. And so I figured these colors would look good. And I should have enough of this fabric, but we'll see. I haven't ever really made clothes, so this is a very new thing for me, and we'll keep going through the process. I'm gonna put these ones back, and I already started on my pattern right here. But what I'm going to do is, this is only half of the shirt, so I'm gonna cut this half out, make another half, and then based on the neckline, I actually think I can use this neckline for the front and the back, but we'll see as we go along what we should do, if we should cut it or not. So let's get going on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to the sewing machine. I'm going to load my bobbin, my thread, and then figure out how I want to piece this, so, you know, pin them together, sew them together. We'll see. I don't know. My trusty folder of this machine, and the programming has a list of the stitches and what they're good for. So let's go through and find that. So seam and overcast edges in one step for medium stretch fabric. Seam and overcast edges in one step for medium. All right. Seam, that one's for heavy. So let's do, we will change this to medium, and seam and overcast edges in one step. I don't know, guys. Someone tell me, because I have no clue. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through this one. Stretch seam. That's probably the one we should do. Stretch seam, overcast stitch, a B foot. I got a B foot on. Let's do that one. is the shirt. Obviously I plan to do something, you know, around the neckline. And the sleeves are like a teensy bit tight, but again, it's like stretchy fabric, so it's not that big of a deal. The seam down the middle I thought would be cute because I've seen shirts like that. Not really that cute. So I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board and kind of figure out how to fix this, what to do. I know a lot of people out there are probably like, yeah, we need that, but I didn't. Okay, so here's the end result, and I got a lot to learn. So I didn't know what to do about this seam, so I just kind of made it look even more like a seam, thinking maybe that would be cute. And I did like a little kind of raggedy bow up here, raggedy bow like at the bottom. And I mean, it's okay. I have a lot to learn. I think that had I not done the seams down the middle like this, that it probably would have looked better, because on the side the seams are fine, but down the middle not so much. I do enjoy how it's cut though, like on the sides where it kind of goes down, but again, even this, like I need to work on my seams. And the sleeves turned out okay, and the neckline turned out okay, but I would say overall this would like not be for sale, if I tell you the truth. But that is kind of part of the whole sewing thing, is that you do just have to practice and learn. And one of my friends said that she's about to be doing some sewing lessons, so I may sign up for that in regards to sewing clothes, because I would love to sew some clothes for myself, for my kids, maybe for other people. I don't know, I just have a lot to learn. But in the picture right here, I mean, or in the frame right here, it's pretty cute, and it is comfy, so I don't know. Not sure that I would wear it out. Like I said, I have a lot to learn, a lot to do, but this was my first real attempt at a shirt. I know I can do better, and that's what I'll do next time. So thank you for helping me put purpose in every piece. For this, the purpose is just that I have a shirt that I like, I wear it all the time, so why not just try and replicate it myself? And that's what I tried. I wouldn't say I failed, but I learned. So thank you so much for joining me.